then maybe this could be RRQ's future in the KIC 2025.
Oh, imagine KAGENDRA once again in the international competition, not quite making it out of the group stage. Means that they've got to try and reform in 2026, right? Like, this is their last chance to try and make a name for themselves.
This is the moment. This is the time, right? How are they going to do this? Like, I don't even think... Like, if you're KAGENDRA and you lose this one, I don't know how you can save face to get, you know what I mean, when you're coming back, because this is not a series that anyone had as RRQ beating them 3-1.
Yep. Now, this is time to cross the finishing line. RRQ on the verge of making history for themselves for IKL and knocking down KAGENDRA. KAGENDRA here looking to tie things up. Let's go, boys.
Let's get indeed. Let's go indeed.
And now it looks like RRQ with that timing. Look at how the fact that KAGENDRA being aggressive, this is what you want to be doing. Take advantage of that pay.
Yeah, getting those spike balls, getting them off the side of RRQ. It's kind of like what we was missing from when they saw the pay last time, right?
Yeah. Which he was not aggressive, he was not invading. They started off with that invade, and now Lou getting a little bit low with that Mulberry power, does connect on that one. He's going to ride the wind back to that brush. He's going to be fine.
He's going to be fine indeed, right? Just getting that knock-up stuff. Locking Harvest in place, making him sure he knows his role in this lane, knowing that Lou can catch you wherever he wants to.
Yeah, Mulberry power used again, negated by that burst Ram, and now Senku on the side wants to go for this one, but he doesn't have his Wings of Judgment, so he can't really do too much.
No, he can't have that long-range poke, right? But at the same time, we can kind of see here that Bai is going for a little bit of a rotation down to the bot side of the map here as well. Maybe a big sort of engage here. We do see the flash being committed by R663, which led up to the Lou first blood.
Oh, wow. Him going down on that one, completely off camera, but being able to get that Lou, bit of a disaster here. And now they want to go for Lan Feng, who has to just, you know, just deal with these two members. But now in the top lane, Jinglin gets dove on. KAGENDRA taking the fight to him.
Yes, there we go. Trade. Opposite side of the map there for KAGENDRA.
Flashes forward, tries to go for this. Ihans, he's going to get picked off, and Bai with a nice rotation. And Weera pounces back to safety. Here come the rest of the reinforcements for KAGENDRA. Lou is going to be there, and it looks like Lex was a sidestep, and they're going to be fine.
I mean, he walked through the Feather Storm there, obviously able to get rid of that one, but it was the zoning of the Destructive Deluge, right? Obviously putting that down meant that Weera had to bounce off a wall, or he would have died.
Yeah, and I mean, turning this one around, I mean, we were thinking like that 4-minute mark or whatever when everybody's level 4, they pretty much hit it already, and RRQ have kind of weathered the storm.
They have weathered the storm, right? They get into the ultimate state of this game, which is where you have all three skills on the screen.
Yeah, having everything at this point. And now KAGENDRA here, they need to just push, invade, and just try to take as much of the map as you can.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a maternity ward right now, telling people to push, but that is the aim of the game, right? It is the aim of the game. You have to breathe deep, you have to go and push in, and with this such a strong dive comp here from the side of RRQ, that is exactly what they need to do. They need to push.
Yeah, definitely need to push here, but RRQ doing, you know, the anti-push, the reverse push, the counter push. They're doing a good job of just...
they're doing the pull. They're doing the pull.
The pull. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But they're doing it, I mean, again, like KAGENDRA haven't really found that jump in. I mean, Weera is level 7, keeping on pace with Bai as well, so it's still very close.
It is. It could literally be a toss of the coin, right? Like at the moment in time, RRQ is only ahead by around about 200 gold before we get in around that 4-minute mark for these neutral objectives, which really could obviously outbalance this equal gold lead so far between these two teams.
All right, and now with the Tyrant up in about 15 seconds, KAGENDRA, they need some sort of push, some sort of way, but now Jinglin taking a little bit of damage with Ihans under that tower. And look at how RQ have just been clearing the waves as quickly as possible and then moving on.
I mean, they have decent wave play, right? Obviously, they have the Lady Gen, they obviously have the Lung here as well as the Ambrosia, so...
Oh, the Tyrant just easily taken away there. The Wings of Judgment by Senku, though, the zoning was great.
Just putting those feathers down, making sure they tried to... If they want to walk into it, it's at their own peril.
Yeah, and they weren't going to do that. They didn't want to risk it. RRQ finding other ways to get across the map here. Still very close, but having that Tyrant and that damage buff, a little bit of an edge for KAGENDRA.
Oh, I mean, all they got to do on the side of RRQ is just not take a team fight, right? Just make sure that they're not going to sort of like be overzealous here, but it looks like Senko and Rero are trying to force one.
Yeah, they're trying to force it. You have that advantage. Now is the time, right? Yeah, they don't want to take the team fight, but here we go. The Trevor Smash is going to actually miss, hits the catapult instead. Lanfang with that flash, though.
Yeah, I mean, Harp is completely just, like mitigating so much health onto Lanfang. Like, he had to dip out of there. That's going to leave, obviously, Xingling top side of the map, so that's the problem when you have something like the Umbrosa on your team.
Yeah, and Bai with the zoning onto Weira here.
Nice.
And Bai gets the smite steal.
That's going to be good against Pei, right? Obviously, the damage output is definitely going to be mitigated here. Yes, they have the Tyrant for about 30 seconds, but once that wears off, he's not going to be as powerful.
Yeah, definitely not going to be as powerful. And it's going to slow his the pacing of his jungling down. When he wants that early game lead, he was going to, you take that advantage of that.
Oh, yeah. Take advantage of all these little bits of damage you can get before the automation comes online. Obviously, we do have the Axe of Torment for both Weroar and Ihans here.
Yeah, and now with that play, they've taken the top T1 RRQ, are taking the fight to him, and they want to go. Harpus is doing some work, and they find Lanfang. They get the pick, and he gets on back with his safety. So RRQ making some serious headway.
Making the headway here, but also Harpist has just built that Eternity Blade as well, right? Like, this is going to be an expensive itemization kit here, but when he builds it, when he gets it online, just like Senko, Lanfang, they're going to get melted.
Yeah, they're going to get melted. And this is a squishy lineup, which is kind of scary, right? As if you're a Kagendra, you got to be making plays, and your positioning needs to be flawless. Very tough to do. Harpist, again, great farm laner.
He is. He's definitely kind of showing himself against Lanfang, right? Obviously, we was bigging up Lanfang to be MVP of every
he
game.
dodges the whatever, the flash away, but Ihans is going to cartwheel to safety.
Yeah, the flash away really saved him there onto the top side of the map there for Kagendra, but Lou almost kind of got a little bit zealous there. Look, try to phase check, maybe try and go for the Morbury power, but now he has Weroar, Senko, and Lanfang here. Maybe he can take the fight now.
All the Wings of Judgment on. It's going to be scattered throughout. The Crimson is back in his cage. The Tremor Smash onto Lanfang, zoning him away, and Bai, it looks like he's taking that one, but they trade away 663's life.
Hey, 663's life for a Crimson Golem. I think I would take that one, right? It's your support. Like, yes, obviously team fight potential and the crucial crowd control that you will be lacking for the next 12 seconds is going to be a problem, but I'd rather have that be the problem than a very powerful Weroar.
Yeah. As a support player, though, I'm offended.
As always. As always. Snowflakes.
663 going down. I mean, yeah, it was good in the end. I think the buff is pretty huge because you're taking away from Weira and slowing him down even further. Senku not able to find enough onto Harpus, who takes a little bit of damage.
Ooh, T1 down to the bottom side of the map, just get taken down here by the side of Kagendra. This is the beauty of that Flowball Marksman as well, right? Like, he doesn't need the itemization. If you get those empowered skills from, obviously, the flow state, he can take turrets very easily.
Very easily, and Lanfang is going to be your win condition. Weira right now, it seems like, yeah, he's going to do his damage, but the rest of them staying alive, if Lanfang is in the back, just arrowing them from afar, RRQ is going to really struggle in that team fight.
They are indeed. Weroar obviously just getting a bit of traded blows there from the burst ram of 663. Just making sure he's like, hey, you know what? I can take your damage for now, mate. Don't worry about it. The problem is that Radiance, right? Like, later on, when we see the Tremor Smash be committed and everybody on the side of Kagendra is stuck in the middle of that Radiance is going to slow everyone down.
Oh, Xingling has to use the Final Frenzy just to stay alive. The flash away. He's going to be there, but 663 looking to keep him alive, but Xingling gets picked off. Weira hunts him down, and he gets that kill, so Kagendra making that action.
That was a little bit miserable, that. Like, having to use your ultimate, then use your flash, and still die, it's not the ideal situation for a player.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, that was just the worst. But it's hard because Weira has so much mobility, and now they've taken that one and converted it into a Tyrant, and now it might even be Crimson as well. It's going to be contested, and it looks like it's going to be taken up. Harpus did take that in the end.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to save it and it goes to somebody else, you definitely wanted to give it to Harpus. Obviously, he hasn't quite got the itemization just onto the board just yet.
Lou, he goes for the Mulberry Power, finds Bai. He tried to go for Sakir on that one. Lou, who's out of position a bit, but man, when you have the rest of the squad, Kagendra making them pay.
They are. I mean, they know what's at stake, right? Like, if they don't win this game, Kagendra are gone.
Yeah. So this is it. I mean, Kagendra have bounced back. They've got a 2K net worth lead, essentially. But this is still a situation where you're kind of wondering how much damage can we do? Like, do we fall off or do they fall off first?
Interesting question, right? Obviously, we see that Harpus is late game potential. Obviously, Lex obviously going to do a lot more damage as the itemization gets online. and then the Yao as well. So I feel like equally here, obviously a lot of kind of like mid-game orientation in terms of the comp. Obviously Harpist brings it into the late game. And then same for Lanfang. So I feel like it's kind of, you have to make sure the positioning of both of these marksmen are just on point.
Yeah. They're going to be target number one, though, right? For both of these squads. They go down, and the entire team will crumble, right? Because they're just going to tear through them. They're both sides are really not tanky enough to really just take on that onslaught.
No, exactly. They're not getting like the 2-0 trades, 3-0 trades right now, but maybe, just maybe, KAGENDRA can do that.
Yeah, Shadow Tyrant now going to be started. The Wings of Judgment used a bit on the earlier side. And they have the Ocean of Tears. Lu is there. I don't think KAGENDRA are really going to be willing to fight this, but this is an opening for RRQ if they want to go. Yeah,
the good thing about Lu here, he can kind of deny RRQ into this Tyrant pit, which is probably going to be for the best, right? Like, if they have no denial of access here onto the side of KAGENDRA, it could be a huge issue.
It could definitely be a huge issue. By starting the Shadow Tyrant here, Lu is spotting it out. He's going to be pulled even further away, which is not a great spot where you want to be. KAGENDRA is definitely close. They could go for the 50-50. They're starting to wrap around. Harpist with the Flaming Palm onto Wira. Looks like now they're going to decide to go, but the Tremor Smash is not going to really connect. The Wings of Judgment pushing him back. 663 is a little bit low. The Tyrant is going to be leashed back in, and Harpist gets the pick. They find Lanfang, but Harpist is in a bad spot. He trades his life away. Now Ions is on the run. Gets one last whatever on before he goes down, and Qinglin will get that one. Now Bai is being chased down. Wira does that damage. He gets the double, and KAGENDRA turning this around. It's a 2 for 2, but more importantly, they take the mid T1.
2 for 2, but a single T1 into the mid lane here, potentially going for the Shadow Tyrant as well, is definitely going to give over an edge to the side of KAGENDRA, and they've definitely brought back that gold difference here as well, right? Like 33k to 35. You're looking around about a stipulation of around about 3k.
They're up 2k. KAGENDRA, this is going to be a prime position where they want it to be. It took them a little bit for them to get this machine going, but they finally turned it into something, into gold, essentially.
Yes, the gold is coming through, and the gold is all that matters within Honor of Kings as well, right? Like if you have enough gold, you are looking to put the pressure on and obviously get the itemization. Yeah,
and look at Wira was like not, he didn't have the greatest games last one, but this is one where he really wants. He's up about 1.6. He has a 401 KDA.
Yeah, man.
If there's ever a guy in an elimination, you need to step up. Wira has been it.
He has been the bastion of hope here for the side of KAGENDRA, right? I mean, they definitely need somebody to step up right now, because if they don't, and they fall, someone's got to take the blame.
Yeah, someone is definitely going to take the blame. And that's the worst part, right? There's a lot of joy and jubilation when you win. You're going to have a great time. But when you lose, people will start pointing fingers. That's a scary moment.
Just like us when we play ranked. If we lose, we point fingers at Kindofu.
Yes, both of us.
Yeah.
So we're right.
We are right. Democratically.
Lu at half life at this point. 663 is going to take a lot with that Mulberry Power. He's going to try to just Tremor Smash just to stay alive. He dodges most of those feathers, but Bai, not in a great spot, has to double dash away. The Aerostorm is going to be a little off the mark, but 663 is a little bit low. Ooh. And Wira dodging most of this one, and now Qinglin was potentially looking to go, but KAGENDRA, they will be fine with this. Nobody died on this.
Nobody died at all on the side of these two teams. I mean, it looked like a very sort of like long drawn out team fight, and still we had people staying alive. Even Lu just chomping on these flaming palms.
I mean, you have those sprites that are constantly healing. The sustain kind of throws things off a little bit. I mean, yeah, Harpist has got a little bit of burst, but he's not really completely online right now. No. So he doesn't have that one-shot potential burst.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet, but a few more items onto the gorge here. You can definitely see that happening.
Yeah, and now 663 zoning him away. Harpist taking in the Overlord. And now KAGENDRA, they got to get something in return, but it doesn't look like they're going to get anything. They just watch them take that Overlord.
The Overlord take here is going to be huge here for the side of RRQ, right? Obviously, that's their first objective of the game thus far, and it's none other than the Shadow Overlord. They can choose which lane they want to place the Shadow Vanguard down, and really take a good team fight here with the debuff.
Yeah, that debuff is definitely going to help them, and it's going to be key for this one. But Wira, again, 10.8, only 1.1 at this stage. Things have kind of fallen off a little bit, but still, this is still a time where it could be anyone's game.
Exactly that. You can see the Demon's Bane being built there by Qinglin. I mean, there's a lot of magical damage onto the side of KAGENDRA, not only from Senko and as well as Lu. He's looking to stay alive a little bit more sooner, right? Like, he just wants to make sure he sustains these team fights.
Needs to sustain. That's the biggest thing, right? You want to just, like, just kind of slow this game down if you're able to catch it. And now RRQ, Lou actually has to flash by, goes right on top of him. The Mulberry Power is used in return. Here's the Wings of Judgment on the back, trying to cover the retreat. Ihans is looking to solo the back line, but he goes for Harpist, but he gets on his Dragon, and Bai has already been picked off, but they find Ihans, they get that kill, they trade them away.
Yep, trade obviously Bai for their top side of the map here. I mean, could it be a good trade? Probably not, especially with the Shadow Tyrant being spawning here in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, now it looks like this is going to be one of those times where the Tyrant, the Shadow Tyrant is going to be taken up at this point. The Vanguard in the bottom lane, and now with 663 just kind of sticking around. And look at, with no jungler, I don't know how you can defend.
Maybe try and get a trick shot, right? Try and get that last hit onto them. Maybe try and run down Weeroar so you don't have that smite onto the enemy team.
Yeah, and look at Jinglin is still around. RRQ do not want to give this up. Buys it up in about 3 or so seconds. The Tyrant is about half-life if they want to go. They find Lou, who gets out on this one. The final frenzy gets it, and Weeroar gets picked off. And here's the Tremor Smash. That's not going to connect, but it doesn't really matter. You've already got Weeroar, which is a huge win for RRQ.
Yeah, Weeroar is going down as that Shadow Tyrant is on the line. Can Bai stay alive? Can Ihans mitigate some damage?
Tries to go for the whatever, gets the pick off onto Lex. He's looking to turn this, but he trades his life away. Jinglin making it pay. It's a 2 for 2.
2 for 2. That's mid for support for Clash and Jungle. You be the decider which one's the better trade.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you probably want the jungler. Bai still there. He's looking to go, finding, almost picking off Lou. Not able to do enough damage, though.
Yeah, Lou was literally on death's door, right?
Yeah,
and if they want to go for this, they have to approach with Lou looking pretty low.
Yeah, but those Wings of Judgment not going to be enough, and RRQ taking the Shadow Tyrant, and they turn this game. It's even that much closer.
Yeah, 1K gold lead behind here for RRQ. They're still behind regardless of those great plays. Yes, an equal trade does mean that you aren't going to be ahead there, but overall, with that Shadow Tyrant takeover, this should be a little bit more of an easier 60 seconds for them.
It's going to be a little bit easier, but now RRQ, what do they need to do to continue on? I mean, they're down about 1.5. This is still anyone's game.
It is anyone's game. Like, we're on about 16-minute mark. I feel like this is got to be the Tempest Dragon game.
Yeah, it's looking that way, right? For both of these squads, I think that you can see just how even they are. Yeah. Like, even the heroes at this stage, it's a bit of a watch. It's about the execution.
Exactly that. About the execution, about the timers, about that game-ending mechanic, which is going to be none other than that Shadow Tyrant. Do KAGENDRA or RRQ get a steal on it, or do they get a completely uncontested Tempest? But at the bottom side of the map there, you've really got to pay attention to KAGENDRA. Like their T3 in the farm lane is looking low.
It is very low, but the wave is pushed out, so it's not too big of a worry. But RRQ, the other side, if you're looking at what Bai's doing, he's biding his time in the top side, looking for somebody to potentially cross the river there. He might find Weeroar because he does have return to dust, excuse me. And that Overlord here, this could be the potential one. Bai is going to be spotting out that Overlord is about half-life already. Now they're looking to go, the Trevor smash by 663 with 3, and he's knocking them all around like pinballs. But Harpist having gone on. He has to get on the Dragon. He has to get on out. 6-3 is somehow still alive. All 5 members are somehow alive.
You would not believe your eyes if you saw 10 million Fireflies. That almost took out Bai there. He was so low.
That was, they were so low on everyone from RRQ somehow. They had the amazing stun, but they weren't able to get any sort of pickoff, and then they were in a bad spot. And KAGENDRA taking the Overlord, pushing them down, and continuing on with this 1.1k net worth lead.
Yeah, they had to put it down to the bot side of the map, right? Like, that was a T3 looking like it's on death's doors. And now KAGENDRA's given themselves a little bit more of a lead here and potentially a game-winning push.
Yeah, they're looking to just push this one at this point. But now, I mean, you have those Vanguards. Weeroar was in the mid lane. He's doing a lot of damage as well. The passive, at least for now, the Wings of Judgment is going to be used, and 663 body blocks it, keeping the President alive. That is Lex.
Yes, just dropping that Destructive Deluge just to slow down that Vanguard to get even into the T3 Crystal there. But Bai now on the run, but it's going to be that Flowborn marksman using that range, using those powerful shots.
Yeah, Lanfang is a bit of a problem. I mean, both sides kind of squishy, right? Yep. And he's got that range advantage. If he's able to find you, you're going to have a bad time. And Bai was running for the hills.
Yes, Bai running for the hills right now. He's got to be careful.
663. The Arrow
This
Storm
is
right
it.
on. The Shadow Vanguard in the bottom lane. KAGENDRA opening up the door. They take the bottom T3. Now they rotate to the mid lane. They have a lot of damage, and with those Vanguards, this is going to be very tough for RRQ to somehow hold. It looks like they're going to be pushing around. IHONS is going to run away. KAGENDRA understanding that now is not the time, but 25 more seconds before that Tempest Dragon.
Ooh, we're getting into the uncharted territory of the enemy crystal here. Maybe getting caught out is going to be IHONS. He's just baiting it.
If they get one sort of catch, RRQ have a chance. 663's in a bad spot. Weera's going to be picked off, and that might have been the opening. 663 have been creating a lot of havoc. He was pushing them away. Nobody could come help support Weera.
Yes, and now that's a crucial part, but those minions down to the bot side of the map have to be answered. I don't think those minions may be able to wipe them out just for now, because obviously they don't have the super minion just yet. IHONS.
Oh, they try to go for Lex. Lex is going to be gone on, but no, Buy says not just yet. They do get the pick, but IHONS is going to be killed as well. Harpus is there. He's got that damage. As long as Lanfeng and Harpus are there, they really cannot fight. It's so close.
Very close indeed on the hairs of the Chinny Chin Chin. You can see here Bai trying to get the start onto this Tempest Dragon, but is it going to be enough? He does have a 6663 into the backline here.
Oh, the Tempest Dragon's so low at this point. Lou is getting bounced around, and now they flash forward. They're going to push them all away. The Tempest Dragon has been secured by Bai, and KAGENDRA have to run away. With no Weera, there is no time to fight.
No time to fight as well. Now they have no IHONS as well. This is going to be a hard fight for the side of KAGENDRA as they're trying to make the last attempt at the crystal of RRQ.
Yeah, KAGENDRA are up 2K at this
Yes.
point. I mean, it's nothing. It's 21 minutes into the game. These Tempest Vanguards are going to be pushing. This is going to be such a tough hold for KAGENDRA.
It all depends on the team fight, right? Obviously, the most important part is that we're into that 20-minute part of the game. Those active items now can be upgraded. Obviously, the Blood Rage into the Phantom as well.
Yeah, and now Xinglin in the top lane. It's all about that single pickoff. I mean, Weera dying, that might have been a disaster. That might have been game-ending. It looked like everything changed when that happened.
Yeah, the saving grace is obviously for the side of RRQ is the fact that they was able to get those 2 T3s before that Tempest Dragon came online.
And now here we go, Senku using those Wings of Judgment to just kind of just dig into those minions that are coming in, but they're crashing in into all 3 lanes. This is going to be a really tough hold.
Yeah, 663, got to have like a devastating Tremor Smash here. If he's able to get the correct one, this could be fatal for KAGENDRA.
Yeah, just one big team fight. That's pretty much all you need. RRQ slow sieging the bottom T3, hanging on by a thread.
And honestly, KAGENDRA have held it upright. They got, what, 5 seconds left of the actual Tempest Dragon buff.
Yeah, not a whole lot of time, but now it looks like they want to go 663, looking for the jump in, gets only one, and it happens to be Senku. He's going to be back, but Harpus, Infinite Vastness is on back. RRQ are on all-out retreat. Harpus is on front. Sage's Sanctuary, and it looks like IHONS. He's going to be picked off, and they get the kill. Harpus with that damage. The Wings of Judgment onto 663. He's trying to dodge, and he gets picked off. And now KAGENDRA with 4 members. They're somehow looking to hold the Vanguard in the bottom lane, so that's something they need to worry about, but RRQ not able to continue this assault.
To be honest, Harpus does need to go to the top side of the map, use the Flaming Palms, get the rundown onto both of these T3s, but the Arrow Storm is going to force the flash of Lex.
Yeah, but 60 more seconds for the second Tempest Dragon that's looking to be go on. We might be going to that one.
This is getting very, very hairy here between these 2 teams. Quite a low kill game as well, 11-11.
Yeah, this is so close, right? I mean, this is going to be one of the toughest things, but break that replay down.
Yes, it's the replay here. I mean, the Tremor Smash could have been more fatal, right? Obviously, takes on Senko, but then it's the Infinite Vastness coming through. It's a Sage Sanctuary from IHONS that keeps him alive just long enough to put the pressure on and drive him away here. Give Senko enough time to get that ultimate.
Yeah, and that might have been it for there. I mean, just opening it up. It's about putting as much pressure on as possible. I mean, they have 2 T3s. Literally, you look at them and they will die. But the Tempest Dragon up in about 10 seconds. This is the potential game ender.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful of obviously a backdoor here as well, right? You can see that Weera is trying to create it with those minions down to the bottom side of the map and in this mid lane. But RRQ, like you said, Hola, just need to get to those T3s, give them a bit of a stare, and take them down.
Yeah, I mean, this is another scary moment for KAGENDRA. They're starting the Tempest Dragon, but the back door is potentially there. The super minion in the bottom lane, that will equalize on that one. So they need to be a little bit careful. Look at this side, over the Tempest Dragon is so low, and it looks like Weera gets this Tempest Dragon. The 663 is trying to get on back to safety. Bai has already been killed, and they find Harpus as well. KAGENDRA are doing it as they've taken 4 members down. 663 is the last man standing.
trying to deal with the minions, but he will be killed as well. And KAGENDRA off of the Tempest Dragon and the Ace are gonna march it down the mid lane, and they will send this game, this series, to a 5th game!
It had to be done here. We have been starved of a best of 5 for the past 2 days, and we have Kindo Boo on the broadcast. Did you expect anything less?